right. Oh, we back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Rain, Claymore Rain. Really appreciate you guys coming out. And we gonna do it again, like we always do it. Thank you guys for coming out, showing some love. Thank you to all the new subscribers I have coming in the building. I really appreciate you guys. Been getting a lot of support in the comment section, a lot of positive reinforcement. I really appreciate that, man. I hope the content lives up to the hype, right? I hope it lives up to the hype. Thank you again, Mazuma TV. Huge support from Mazuma TV and Southpaw, of course, putting that stamp, giving me some big shoes to fill in to make this content what it's supposed to be. So I appreciate all of you guys for all the support, and like I said, all the subscribers who commented and who's been giving me that positive reinforcement in those comments really goes a long way. Really appreciate you guys. So what are we talking at this point? We're going to be actually getting into the Regis Prograis and Devin Haney face-off. You guys know what's going on. December 9th, the pay-per-view event's going to be over there in the Bay, backyard of Devin Haney, and these guys are, trying to sell this fight. Devin Haney has a lot to... in my opinion, he has a lot on his shoulders, especially with his recent comments on how Shakur Stevens has been giving it up in that last showing he had on the 16th of November, and against Edwin De Los Santos. You guys remember that one, right? You guys remember that one? Yeah, right. So Devin Haney is basically got the world on his shoulders because from his point of view, that's not the way you do a show. He's about to show you guys how to do a show. He's gotten bigger, stronger, faster, all the above, going from 135 to 140 pounds. And honestly, if you look at Devin Haney, he actually has put on a lot of muscle. It would seem as if, at least. So we'll find out on the 9th. Regis Prograis defending his WBC 140-pound junior welterweight belt. The green one, everybody wants the green one. So, he's feeling like Devin Haney's out of his league. Regis Prograis, big puncher, right? Huge puncher. A record sitting at 29 wins, 24 wins by knockout, 1 loss, and a questionable loss at that with Josh Taylor. Some people feel like he really won that fight. Very close decision, but ultimately, this guy's a big puncher and really hasn't seen defeat. Let's be honest, it really hasn't seen defeat. Devin Haney comes into the ring coming from 135 as an undisputed champion, right? He's coming as an undisputed champion and, undisputed champion in recess, kind of, because he did just kind of lose the WBC. He didn't lose it, but he kind of lost it at the same time, Anyway, that's another story for another time. But Devin Haney's coming in undefeated, just coming off a performance against Lomachenko. I won't say that. Let me not say that. Honestly, it was a good performance, considering that Lomachenko is, a pound-for-pound conversation. When you're talking about him, high level of competition for Devin Haney to come in and win in that fight. So we'll give him some respect for that. We'll say that the champ, he walked in champion and walked out champion. We got to give him that respect. But regardless, walking into this match, a new man. And what do I think about the press conference? They have this face-off that they have. And what do I think about it? What did I pull from that? What can you pull from these things? Because obviously both guys are trying to sell the fight. So they're going to say everything and anything under the sun. You want to kind of like keep everything in perspective. You don't want to take anything too literally. But what did I walk away with? Well, I did write some notes here. Let's see what I wrote on the notes. Let's see what I wrote on the notes. I put Regis has no chin. Oh yeah, Devin seems to think Regis doesn't have a chin. So from Devin's point of view, Regis Prograis has no chin. I don't know where he's getting it from. I'm assuming it has something to do with Zarilla, his last opponent, kind of putting him down. He kind of tripped on his feet and did fall. It wasn't counted as a fall, but his gloves did touch the ground. So I guess you can say something about that. I didn't really believe Devin on that one. Didn't really believe it. I think he was just trying to sell that to Regis more than he actually believed it. And I can tell you right now, Regis didn't believe it. Actually, Regis couldn't really believe that Devin was counting that fall as a sign of him having a questionable chin. Regis really couldn't believe it. Regis does feel like he's been taken lightly. I don't think Regis feels like he's being taken lightly. You know, he's been saying that because everybody's been saying that Devin can box better than Regis. Regis, for the most part, has been pretty accepting of that theory to a degree, but at the same time, he throws in little shades of I can box and I'm going to box with you that night. That does make me a little nervous because at the end of the day, I don't want to. Yeah, Regis, I don't think you can outbox Devin. I don't think that's your thing, but I'm hoping that you embrace what you do and that you bring that to showcase on December 9th. If you're going to try to outbox Devin, we'll see how that goes. I mean, that's all I can say about that. What else here? One thing that Regis said that I did appreciate, he said to Devin when he looked Devin in his eyes when he said this, and I believed him here. And this gave me hope and made me feel like, Devin may have his hands full that night. And he made it very clear to Devin that, listen, brother, I'm coming to fight December 9th. You coming to box. Whoa, big statement. Let's be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, we know what both these guys do. As fans, we know what they do. The question is, which one is actually going to be the most dominating form, the most dominating force in that ring that night? This is boxing first, so a great boxer, you have to give him his respect. But at the end of the day, before it was boxing, it's actually fighting. And that's something Regis Prograis does very well, and usually stops his opponents when he comes in with that mindset. So coming at Devin Haney, I'm wondering, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering the same thing, how does Devin Haney look in a fight with somebody like the power of Regis? I guess we'll see on December 9th, according to what Regis says. He will definitely be fighting him all night, and we'll see how Devin Haney deals with that. I like the sounds of that. So what else did I pull from here? Let me see. Regis does something, and when it doesn't work, he doesn't know what to do. Okay, so Devin Haney was basically saying that Regis has one game plan, and when that game plan doesn't work, trying to take Devin Haney's head off, that Regis pretty much doesn't know what to do, that he's lost in the ring. I honestly never see no evidence of that. So once again, that's another, I'm going to give that to be another Devin Haney, trying to twist words and trying to convince Regis Prograis that he's not who he thinks he is, right? Or trying to convince him that he is who Devin says he is. I felt like that was happening a lot actually on this press conference. I really do feel like Devin was trying to sell, like almost like, no, this is not who you are. This is who you are. That's not what you do. This is what you do. You're not going to win. I'm going to win. And he was just really selling it more than being confident in himself, in my opinion. I'll be honest with you, kind of like Devin was trying to sell himself a little bit on what he was saying, right? A little bit of what was going on there was Devin selling himself and speaking into life. It sounded like one of those like positive, like law of attraction books going on, where he was just like saying these things out loud and, like owning them, like I am strong, I am big, I can punch, you can't punch, not harder than me, nothing you do is better than me. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It was weird. But I can tell you Regis was more so having this look on his face of just more like, does this guy really believe it? I can't believe this guy really believes this. I don't believe this guy really believes this. I cannot believe this guy really believes this. We're going to find out on the night. Because if this guy believes this, he's done for. He's done dotted. That was the kind of energy I was getting from Regis. What else do we got here? Let's see. Like I told you, Regis just couldn't believe Devin. Devin delusional, really trying to sell himself on what he's going to do that night. And I'm wondering if he believes it, because Devin also said that at 140 pounds, he's still having a difficult time making that. But at the same time, it is better than 135, to expect him to be way stronger and faster. Basically, Devin was just saying all the right things, the things that you should be saying, I guess. I mean, for him to say opposite of those things would really just take shots at his confidence. And, he's not trying to do that. So he was saying all the right things, but trying to find some authenticity inside of in between the lines of what he was saying was kind of difficult to find. It really just sounded a lot of coordinated, choreographed, like pre-written, pre-thought out statements that he was coming to say, while his father looked along almost to the work that he put together. Almost take that for whatever you want to take it for. You know what I mean? But let's see what else here. Says can win a firefight. I thought that was interesting. So the moderator did ask Devin if him and Devin Haney were to get into a firefight, does Devin Haney think he can weather that? And Devin Haney said not a problem. And no matter where this fight goes, he's going to be better than Regis there. Now, Devin's been known to play with some words and say some things that some people might consider blatant lies or obvious twist on reality, which comes full circle back to line, right? So, at the end of the day, I hope that's what you think. I mean, as far as as a fan, seeing something exciting, that would be an exciting fight to watch. Devin Haney being in a firefight with Regis Prograis. I don't know how confident I would be in that actually benefiting Devin Haney, but at the same time, entertaining. So, that's a win-win from a fan's perspective to watch the fight. But from Devin Haney's perspective of him trying to win the fight, I don't know how, practical that mind state would be to go into a fight with that mindset, being who you are, at least from what we've seen from your past fights. This may be a brand new Devin Haney. I've always said, and I said ever since he went to 140, I was very interested in seeing how the power developed, how the strength developed. You know what I mean? Because he did always look depleted at 135 pounds, especially in the nights of the weigh-in. It'd be like, wow, you could just really see the effects of the heavy weight cut on him, the dehydration, the sunken cheeks, the sunken eyes. You could only imagine in your mind how much of that strength is he able to get back on fight night. And it doesn't seem like he's going to be going through that this time around. So interested in seeing what happens there. If Devin Haney does have power all of a sudden at 140 pounds, he could be a bigger force to reckon with. And I'm giving him respect because I think he's a great boxer. And he's somebody who anybody in the 135, 140 pound, whatever weight class he's in, if they want to consider themselves great, they have to get something lined up with him. It's real important, in my opinion, in order for that to work out. So we'll see what 140 looks like on Devin Haney that night. I'm interested in seeing what it looks like. I'm sure you guys are as well. So what else did he say here? Says the fight will be different than the last 30 fights. That was Regis Prograis, right? So Devin Haney was questioning Regis Prograis, saying basically he's never seen him show any skills, ever shown any type of boxing IQ. And funny enough, Regis owned that, right? Said, yeah, you never seen it. You're going to see it tonight, though. That night, you're going to see it. So I'm like, okay, so once again, there Regis goes veering off the path a little bit into boxing and being a good boxer and even being able to compete with Devin Haney on boxing abilities. And you don't want to knock anybody down who's thinking that. I'm sure he's supposed to be confident, but at the same time, those are one of those things that from myself, I just don't believe that right now. If he shows that, that'll be just another layer, another facet to Regis Prograis that we never seen before, and that would just make him even a bigger threat in the division. But based on past fights that I've seen him in, I've never seen him really highlight that. He admitted pretty much tonight that he's never highlighted boxing IQ. 30 fights into the game, however many years of boxing into the game, are you going to change your game in a ninth inning? I don't know about that. So how do I feel about the press conference after all that spiel? Just giving you a quick little rundown of the things that were happening. Well, I feel like Devin is, I'll tell you one thing. Devin is very determined. What is he determined to do? Well, in that face-off, he was determined to convince us, and it looked like himself. It looked like he tried to convince Regis, but more so trying to convince himself and convince us at home that it's going to be a different Devin in that ring that night. He's going to bring a higher level of intensity to December 9th. Like I said earlier, he's got the pressure of what Shakur just did, with Edwin De Los Santos, which was stink up the whole entire house, the whole entire block, stunk it up. And, it's on him at this point to show, I'll say it, to show why he's more deserving of being in the same conversations with who Mr. Tank Davis is. I got to get like a little studio effect thing to be able to make that work. So I just did that on my own. You guys tell me how it worked out for me. But ultimately that's what the conversations are about, right? Everybody wants the payday, and everybody knows the payday is with Gervonta Tank Davis. So Shakur Stevenson is not getting the payday with Gervonta anytime soon based on what he did. Devin Haney is showing that he's exciting, showing that he has power, showing that he can be intense, showing that he can give the fans something to look at and admire and want to see again and maybe even pay for that part. So I do feel like Devin is bringing in certain intensity. He plans on, at least. He's selling that, at least. He's selling the idea to us that this is going to be a new and improved, high intense, dangerous game Devin Haney, the dream Devin Haney, that's going to be coming to the ring that night, and that he's going to make Regis Prograis an example of and show everybody what he's been working on. Which is good and bad and good, because I think that's something new if that's what he's going to show. So I definitely think when it comes to new things, that means you're changing a lot. And fights like this, I don't know how much change you'll have space to make in a safe way, because Regis Prograis is going to be throwing lefts and rights with bad intentions on him. And this is somebody who has a lot of pop, who can really crack, and we can see Devin Haney really get stopped in a real way. It's not far from the imagination at all that this would happen. What did I get from Regis? I got that Regis, mostly, I felt like Regis was embracing who he was. I felt like Regis was, one thing about Regis that I like about Regis is his transparency. He wears who he is on his sleeve. He's not embarrassed to hide it. He owns his shortcomings the same way he embraces where he prevails at. You know what I'm saying? Where he excels at. And that's a good thing. That transparency comes with pros and cons. The pros being the obvious, the cons also being that he's very transparent with letting his opponent and letting everybody else know what he's going to do, and there's a good chance that is what he's going to do if he's saying that. He's not really into the smokescreen game. So from Regis, I picked up authenticity, and I did pick up a level of confidence that he's going to be able to do what he needs to do, which is stop Devin Haney. I'm sure that's how he feels about it. I also feel like Regis, most of me thinks Regis is coming to fight. A small part of me is wondering if he's coming to box. I'll be honest with you. And the way I predicted is, if Regis comes to box, I don't predict him walking away with the victory that night. If he comes in with the fight as a savage, coming to clean Devin Haney's clock, take it all from him through blood and sweat and his unconsciousness, yes, I see a Regis Prograis being able to pull that out and get the result that he's looking for. On Devin Haney's side, if Devin Haney's going to box, maintain the space and distance, make sure Regis pays by counterpunching for everything he does, and not look for the knockout, but looks more for the victory. But at the same time, it's not trying to be boring where he's not doing anything. I think he has a chance to win. So who's going to win? I think it's a 50-50 fight. It all depends on approach and strategy. And yeah, that's where I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to make a pick. Yeah, I'm not going to make a pick. Yeah, I'm not going to make a pick. I really do think it's closer to a 50-50 fight than most people would want to believe. But I'll give the experience to Regis as far as being a professional champion, and I'll give the experience to Devin as far as having a lot of boxing experience, and being a better boxer. 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight right now. I want to know from you guys, though. Put it in the comments. Who do you guys think is going to win between Devin and Regis? What do you think of the face-off? Is Devin the truth? Is he, Devin went last week and said he's the face of boxing and said he's smacking out arenas. I won't confirm nor deny these things to be true or not true. I mean, everybody has their opinion and they're entitled to have their opinion. I don't recall anybody ever saying Devin Haney was the face of boxing, nor do I recall Devin Haney packing arenas. Now, it sounds like he's talking about whatever happened with Kambosos when he went to Australia, or whatever happened with Lomachenko when they fought. But, I mean, I thought it was pretty much common knowledge that the reason those fights were so huge was because of the opponents he were fighting, not because of him. But look, man, he was inside of a ring, inside of a packed house, and he has every reason to believe that he had a large part to do with it. That's his, that's his right to do that. But keeping that in mind and taking that all into consideration, how much do we believe Devin Haney? Is he really being authentic? Is he really being himself? Do we like that? Or is he just blowing smoke up everybody's tailpipe, trying to convince everybody, and also, more importantly, convince himself that he is who he says he is, right? And Regis Prograis being transparent, pretty much putting it on the table, how he's coming, what he plans to come with, and basically putting the whole Devin Haney camp on notice, right? No? Yeah. So, leave a message. Comment, like, subscribe, share the video. Tell me what you think. I'm definitely trying to see what you guys think. And at this point, this is what I think. I'll be waiting for the media workouts to really get an idea of what Regis has been working on, and really get an idea also of what Devin's been working on, to get a better idea. Maybe then I'll probably make my decision after the media workout. Yeah, that's probably when I'll do it. But outside of that, like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Rain. This is the A.T.P. Combat Media channel. That's at this point, for you guys who don't know. And it's been a pleasure speaking with you guys. Catch my next video, and I'll catch you the next time around. Peace.